Hi everyone. Mishenichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha. When Adar comes in, we increase in happiness. Today I want to tell you another story about Rabbi Sholom Sharabi, the holy Rashash. The Ben Ish Chai writes in one of his books that the holy Rashash worked on himself every single day, and he became holier and holier, and he had revelation of Eliyahu Hanavi. Now this story that I want to tell you took place in Yerushalayim, and it actually took place with a woman who was the helper in the house of the holy Rashash. She would take care of the house, she would serve him food, she would serve him tea. And what happened one time was that the holy Rashash was sitting and learning, and she brought in a cup of tea and placed it in front of him. And then she brought another cup of tea and she placed it on the table in front of the chair across from him. So he looked at her. Why are you bringing me 2 cups of tea? So she looked at him. I don't understand what you're saying. I figured that just like you wanted a cup of tea, so also the man with the long white beard that you're learning with also would want a cup of tea. The Rashash was surprised, and he was like, wow, you must have so many merits. It's so special. You were able to see Eliyahu Hanavi. But then he said, I don't want this getting around. Please promise me that you're not going to tell anyone about this. So she said, I'll do that on one condition. Is it possible that you could organize that I should be able to serve the Rebbe also in the world to come, after 120, as they say? So he said, I think we could organize that. He sat down and wrote a letter. And he told her, take this letter with you, and before you pass away, you should tell the Chavra Kadisha that you want to be buried with this letter, the burial society. Anyway, she wound up working in a different place in Yerushalayim, and after many years, the holy Rashash's wife, who we learned about in one of the earlier classes, the earlier stories that I told you, Rebbetzin Chana, the daughter of Reb Gedalia Chiyun, she passed away. So the Rashash asked around, and they found that this woman was still in Yerushalayim, and he asked her to marry him. And so he wound up marrying her. Now, they didn't live together too long as husband and wife, and she wound up passing away. When they put her in the coffin, and they tried to lift the coffin, they couldn't lift it. They brought the strongest people from the burial society, and no matter what they did, they couldn't lift the coffin. They couldn't lift it. So they went to the Rashash, and they asked him, what is this? We don't understand what's going on here. So he told them, look in amongst her things and see if you find an old letter that I had written for her. If so, put that letter in the coffin with her and see how it goes. Well, they looked through her things, they found the old letter, they put it in the coffin with her, and as soon as they put it in, they were able to lift up the coffin in a very easy way. That's the story of the letter that the Rashash had written for her. And she's actually buried very close to where the holy Rashash is buried, on the Mount of Olives in Yerushalayim. That's a story for today. I wish everyone a wonderful Shabbos and a great Chodesh Adar. Good Shabbos.